All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, to honors the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim wa Aqua, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity to the video through the Spirit for this one. All right, that video, I was talking about earlier how Esau Edom, he's using other Israelites who are actually, a bit crazy, not a bit, much. These fringe, come up with their own shit cults. And he's going to use them to move in on us, the Israelites. All right, and you have that one lady, Elder Malcolm, I wish he knows her name, that judge lady or politician representative. She was like, wait a minute. The most dangerous domestic, terrorist group is white people. She was like, black people ain't did half of what y'all did. So don't try to, line us up as being a potential crazy people group, right? Well, nevertheless, E is going to go for that. And he's using these other groups. And I got a couple clips playing of these guys going around. The new guy right now, Yaki, he running around talking about you can't drink water. They might get his ass next. Shit.
And self-proclaimed prophet.
I think if you scared to die for what you believe in, that's okay, but I'm not. So get out my way.
6 people missing for months after following this alleged cult leader and self-proclaimed prophet.
I think Rashad fits the usual profile, very narcissistic, very self-obsessed, grandiose claims. He has 90,000 followers, by the way, on Instagram.
We're taking a closer look into the history of alleged cult leader Rashad Jamal White and his group, the University of Cosmic Intelligence.
Grand Rising Cosmic Family. First, let me start by saying peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation.
August 13th, 2023 was the last time anyone saw 25-year-old Michaela Thompson, 27-year-old Jarrell German, and 36-year-old Michaela Wickerson. This is the last known image of the trio in a St. Louis grocery store. Along with them, 30-year-old Naman Williams, 3-year-old Malaya Wickerson, and 2-year-old Ashton Mitchell all vanished. Their disappearance is now being investigated by a local police department. Friends and family of the missing say they cut off contact with them, some even quitting their jobs or maxing out credit cards. We spoke to cult expert and author of Cults Inside Out, Rick Ross. He says that process likely started slowly before any extreme measures were finally taken.
Well, people gradually unplug. It's a process of increments, step by step, bit by bit. People like Rashad encourage them to do this. And that is one of the early warning signs that something is really wrong, is that you have a loved one who's becoming increasingly socially isolated. And they're obsessed with a particular leader, and you realize that their entire network of friends is now within this group.
So, this is the type of language that they're going to use to throw at us, y'all, because in their eyes, we fit all that, which we know that we don't, all right? We've been well taught over here, work your job, raise your family, don't turn into a bugged out weirdo staring at the ceiling. Nevertheless, Esau, he is going to use, and now certain of these guys are set up, but certain of these niggas are sincerely crazy. And Esau is going to use that to his advantage to group all of us into that. Just to get an example, you had Paul. He was being accused of being a part of a group of rebellious nigga monkeys. All right, Acts 21 and start at 37. It says, and as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek? Art not thou that Egyptian which before these days madest an uproar and led into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? And when you actually look at that word murderers there in the Hebrew, not the Hebrew, in the Greek the blue letter, that word is Sakari. So Alazar, Slakia, yeah, Alazar. Paul was slightly confused at this moment for being a part of the Sakari, because the Sakari was going around doing what? Murdering motherfuckers, or murdering, Jake, murdering Romans and Israelites. So you're going to have E using these bugged out people as an excuse, as an scapegoat to come hop our way. Oh well, they're in a group too. They'll, who knows? That type of talk. Esau. We gotta clean up the streets. Meanwhile, he floods the streets with drugs, opiates, vapes, you name it, carcinogenic foods.
Network of friends is now within this group, but it doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly but surely, and in this sense, people don't really realize how far they've gone with these groups, because it is a step-by-step increment process.
What we now see as out of the ordinary, cult members may begin to find as reasonable.
I think normal becomes whatever it is within the kind of network or bubble that you exist in online. So what we're seeing is people embedding in kind of networks online where they're only communicating with other like-minded people and constantly being reinforced in whatever their new normal is, as dictated by the leader. So we think it's crazy, but then we're dealing with the world at large. These people are often cut off, as we hear, from their family, from their old friends, and they're embedded in this alternate reality, this other world online, in which they are following people that are like-minded, conversing with people online, and following, streaming and YouTube videos. It can become, completely encapsulating, where people really have no other access to the real world.
Ross said.
So you see, so here it is. The white man can use the internet for any and everything, but if we get on the internet and find people, and which I'm not justifying this, I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. He probably killed them motherfuckers. I don't know. Fuck this nigga. But here it is. When Esau does it, when he meets up on Reddit, on Discord, on all the apps, Twitter, right? When it's Edomites and white people doing shit, it's all cool. But when other people are, coming together, they're a cult. When we're streaming, we're a cult. But when y'all streaming, it's called Twitch, and you're just having fun. Fuck out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's one of the ways they're going to demonize us. Here it is. The internet was created. You got all this information on it. But when we get on it, we're a cult. We're, preparing to do something bad. That's the language he likes to use to trap everybody up, to demonize us. All right, that's why the apostles are very so much on, conduct. All right, and this thing, in this truth, y'all, not only do you have to, know the breakdowns, be charitable, right, be doing your work in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but you also have to be moving in the correct spirit so that we can be blameless. Although he's going to lie on us, nevertheless, we're not going to be adding fuel to the fire. That's why you'll have certain dudes that, you can get put out of this, when I say, meaning, Great Millstone, right? You can do things that are not necessarily listed in the scripture, but you will get excommunicated, right? If you rolling around, let's say, the scriptures don't say, if you, you snatching brothers' video games, that's Deuteronomy, the 39th chapter and 102nd verse, right? That ain't nothing in there. But if you moving weird in the spirit, you'll get up and we'll get you up out of here through the spirit. Why? So that we can be blameless. All right, we ain't gonna get everything he gonna point his finger to. He gonna have to lie. All right, 2 Corinthians 6. We're gonna start at verse 2. All right, we ain't giving him nothing. compared to when you look at other camps. Say, for instance, IUSPK, going to the gun range as a camp on camera. What group was that? Chief Keith Ephraim and them, squabbling at the White House. Dumb, stupid shit, making all of us look like a bunch of idiots. Sakaring them with sticks at camp. You ain't finna be at no stick at camp and Gray Millstone. Your ass to get the boot. There ain't no law saying you can't hold a pistol at camp, but I tell you what, stand on the line with a gun in your pocket and let somebody find out. All right. 2 Corinthians 6:2. For he said, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Okay, so that's why we have to move in a particular manner. We have to strive lawfully, as it tells us in 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. So we have to do things legally. You have to go get your license. You have to go get your vehicular insurance. If you're on child support, you got to pay your child support. All right, you can't be running around with delinquencies. Okay, you have to. Hey y'all, if you have children, if you can't legally get them homeschooled, then you got to send them off to school, public, or a charter school. They can't just be at the white man ain't finna indoctrinate my kid. Well, you got to figure something out. Otherwise, truancy is finna come knocking at your door, right? We don't move funny in this. We're in captivity, so certain things we have to deal with in captivity. Matter of fact, we'll get that as well, because certain of these Jake who are getting locked up now, might be trumping up charges on them, because I was reading through the comments of that video, and I'm pretty sure some of them are just some of his nigga worshipers, but apparently they're saying that he did crimes that he physically wasn't capable of committing or whatever. I don't know. Apparently he was already not incarcerated, but he was already being held, and they're trying to put him down under certain things that he couldn't have possibly been able to do, because he was already locked up. Nevertheless, if Jake was moving right and legally, they'd be all right. So Luke 20:25, and he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the thing which be Caesar's, and unto Yahweh the things which be Yahweh's. All right, so handle your matters in the world, so you don't get hemmed up and yammed up like these niggas. And certainly, these niggas are weird. They standing out in the grass, hitting nigga yoga poses. We ain't doing all that. Let me get another one. Eligio, his ass is hemmed up.
Designed to bring the outdoors in with an available panoramic.
About shit.
Testimony resumed today in the rape trial of an accused cult leader after a day and a half pause because someone tied to the case tested positive for COVID. But one person was still missing. Eligio Bishop watched the trial from the DeKalb County Jail after he refused to appear in court beyond the first few minutes because of COVID. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert has been in the courtroom today. He is live at the DeKalb County Courthouse with the latest. Tyler.
Yeah, Christine, good afternoon to you. Eligio Bishop's concern about COVID was only one issue today. While his attorney presented his case, one of his witnesses was thrown out of the courtroom.
This is why if you guys say Mr. Bishop.
All right, no.
Alleged cult leader Eligio Bishop's rape trial was briefly interrupted Thursday as testimony from a member of his group, Carbon Nation, went off the rails. DeKalb County Superior Court Judge Stacey Heydrich repeatedly told the witness to watch what he said, but as he wrapped up, he didn't hold back.
Also, Mr. Bishop
You know what? He just lost his right to stay in the courtroom.
Prosecutors accused Bishop of raping a former group member nearly 2 years ago as she tried to escape and then posting revenge porn online. During the trial, the alleged victim talked about the group's online presence. Thursday, defense witnesses said it was an act for views.
They like drama, so we gave them drama so that we can slip the message in, so that we can slip the 5 sciences in too.
One of the ways prosecutors say they did that is to slap each other. One member says that idea came from the Will Smith-Chris Rock incident, but prosecutors pointed out it happened after the alleged rape.
And you realize the Chris Rock slap was March 27th, 2022, right? I'm not aware of that.
Hey, she lying on the stand. I remember that video. They was beating the hell out that one bitch. They talking about, well, we was only doing it because of man, niggas is something else. Niggas. But you see, man, these niggas is clearly insane. So they trying to go for bat for this nigga, and they all in there falling apart. Man, take y'all asses home and take y'all asses to work. If you ain't acknowledging Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, stay your ass. That's what, hey, following these false Christs, man. That's what they get. But you see, they're painting them to look crazy. You see, they have similar apparel, right? She has her head somewhat covered. They're gonna be putting, yeah, okay, sisters. You know, sisters, we finna find out if y'all some sisters or not. Because when they start putting the cameras on y'all and y'all head wraps, you know what you gonna do? You gotta stay strong in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Being a woman is no excuse to fold to the enemy either. So you see Esau, he's soaking up all this beam footage.
So it was after this incident occurred.
Bishop wasn't in the courtroom for any testimony Thursday. Instead, he watched from jail after someone tied to the case tested positive for COVID earlier this
niggas ain't she gonna stop for some ass. Man, niggas ain't shit.
week.
My client is standing on his objection as far as going forward with this trial. He is concerned for his health.
I want him here. Everybody else is here. Everybody else is fine.
And right now, closing arguments.
That's crazy. He shut this world down not too long ago behind that shit. Now they don't mind. You know, when it's time to execute judgment on us, they don't give a fuck. Let me see.
Tonight, an accused cult leader denied
now,
bond.
This is an older video. This is a year ago, but you know.
In DeKalb County as he faces charges of rape and false imprisonment, too.
Police say Eligio Bishop and his followers that they have taken over a home just outside Decatur. But the allegations against him and his group go far beyond that. We have team coverage tonight, starting with Joe Ripley live at the DeKalb County Police Department.
Yeah, good evening, Jeff and Chiba. And it was earlier today when we saw Eligio Bishop appear before a judge for the first time since being arrested earlier this week at that DeKalb County home on charges of rape, false imprisonment, as well as a host of other charges. Police say they were tipped off from Bishop's social media posts. I'll show you a picture of that house now. Police arrested him here at this home in the neighborhood in DeKalb County. I spoke with a member of Carbon Nation. This is the group that Bishop heads. He calls himself, this member, Captain Ace. Ace says the group has millions of followers worldwide and focuses on leading a life of principles and morals. Ace says 14 people stay at that home, professing themselves as Bishop's disciples. He has been with the group about...
Now, they're actually crazy, okay? Them some crazy folk throwing up. Yeah, they're crazy. We're not crazy. They're crazy.
4 years, says he met Bishop through social media and tells me Bishop's posts resonated with him. Ace refers to his leader as, quote, God, and denied the allegations he faces, calling his leader's arrest one of the most troubling experiences he's ever had.
In my mind, he's not locked up. In my mind, I keep...
Whoever let them rent that house out, I know they regretting that. But they was getting their monthly payments, so they was like, fuck it. Niggas 14 deep in there.
Thought frequency that he is free. And because I know that where my attention goes, that's where my reality will support.
You hear the word cult. Obviously, in this day and age, you definitely want to do research as to what is going on.
That is Patrick Henderson, a father. You can tell just from his comments, he's very disturbed, concerned by these allegations, as well as this group living down the street from him. He says if you see anything suspicious in your neighborhood, make sure you do your research and report it if it rises to that level of criminality. As for Bishop, he's going to remain in the DeKalb County Jail until Superior Court sets a new court date for him.
All right, Joe. And before Bishop's arrest this week, we uncovered the alleged cult leader had a long history of problems with the law, and he has a big following on social media. Investigator Andy Parati joins us now with more.
Hey, Sheba, he calls himself Bishop, Nature Boy, Christ. Those are just some of the aliases he's used over the past few years, all linked to his religious group with a history of problems in multiple countries.
He thinks he's not locked up.
but we are in a state of hell. This is video of 38-year-old Eligio Bishop posted on his YouTube channel, The Three God TV. It has more than 90,000 subscribers, where he regularly refers to himself as the Messiah and the Christ.
I'm the return of Christ.
He's lived in Georgia on and off since at least 2006 and is a former licensed barber. For years, social media posts...
He should have just stayed cutting hair. Now you in jail cutting hair.
And news reports show he and his followers bounced around South America, including Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Panama, adding content to his prolific social media activity on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Because they keep calling the cops over here, and I'm tired of
We found hundreds of videos and posts, many laced with profanity and rants about the world.
being God is not cool.
In 2017, he was accused of keeping a Canadian woman as part of his followers in Costa Rica. Bishop told the Canadian CBC news outlet that the woman was free to leave at any time.
Yeah, I remember that. The white girl, hey, when they had that Edomite, Esau's like, you keep that nigga shit with them niggas and give us back our girl. So you see, y'all, that's funny. I remember that too. I remember when she left. That shit was funny. But them folk is actually crazy. They're gonna use those folk as the mirage to come in on us, but that's fine. All right. When Esau comes in on us, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai gonna run up the door behind him and get them together. So just to be aware that this is all a part of the plan. Ultimately, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We see all this goofy shit that be happening, but it has to happen for a reason. Whether these niggas be actual agents or they're just purely insane, which I'm leaning on, a lot of them are just purely insane. It all has to happen so we can get closer to what's coming. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Plain and simple. This guy's going to come in like a demon, but Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to smash him. So don't fret. No matter what avenue he uses, all right, sets us up, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to defend us, vindicate us, justify us, and give us the kingdom and peace. So don't be scared of this. Don't let none of this. Don't let people, you're in a nigga, eat a dick and shut up. All right, I'm going to work. If anything, we at work all the goddamn day. Don't got time to be in no damn coat because you slaving away every fucking day of every fucking hour. All right. Hey, shalom.